It's Dr. Loki, dick slapping you with another awesome video. Okay, and today I want to talk about growing and making your YouTube channel a little bit bigger and getting out there to get a lot more views and get a schlong amount of subscribers. I just want to kind of cover some basic, tips and tricks, and this video will be a little bit long because it's a lot of information I have to cover here, and these are just some models that I follow so that I can keep my quality up to par and keep my videos good. And this is basically how I've grown my channel, so it works from personal experience. And I'm just gonna lay them on you. First, it takes money to become popular on YouTube. You can't be running the Dazzle, and you cannot be running a shitty mic in your computer. If you're doing that, it's not going to work out well, and I'm sorry, but you're going to have a lot of trouble. So you got to invest money in HD PVR, whether it's the Blackmagic Intensity Pro, which I own, which in my opinion is the best, or the Hapog HD PVR. They're both great things. Just the Blackmagic has an HDMI port, so it's top of the line, top of the notch, new technology, and they both come for around the same price. The Blue Snowball or the Blue Yeti are two microphones. They're must-haves. They're professional USB microphones. They sound great. If you want to go on the cheaper side and actually get away with it, you can do this for a while. You can actually go and pick up a Rock Band microphone, a USB Rock Band microphone. I think they might sell them for like $15 at GameStop, $5 on Amazon. They're very cheap. They're very nice. And they actually have great sound quality. So if you want to, go on the cheap and pinching penny side, then go for it, because that saves you a lot of money compared to a $100 microphone. And obviously, on top of all of this, you're gonna have to either purchase or pirate, editing software. Windows Movie Maker does not cut it. You're going to want to use a program like Adobe After Effects or Sony Vegas. Those are two, really good quality video editing programs, but they come at a hefty chunk unless, like I said, you pirate it. So, go ahead and get your pirate on. Yar, but pirate, I might add. And so those are just, initial steps you must take. So if you're not financially able to do that, I'm sorry, but, you might want to wait till another time where you are making the income to be able to, throw a good 300 or more down on commentating, and that other thing, you might want to get into a different hobby, or potentially save for this hobby, because this is a fun one, I must say. You need to carry yourself in a professional way as well. You need to have a professional channel with a lot of professionalism, and that is something I'm going to really nail on real fast, because that is what's going to get you views. You have to look at yourself as a business rather than just as a as a YouTube commentator or whatever. You have to look at it from a business standpoint and a marketing standpoint, everything else, and think of the best tactics and the best ways to get viewers to want to watch your videos, to stick with you, and to support you all the way through, to subscribe because they enjoy your content. It's that kind of thing. Number one, they need to be entertaining, non-stop talking. You can't be doing a commentary and stop talking for 5 minutes while you eat your Cheetos. That doesn't work. Keep the Cheetos out of your mouth while you're talking for commentaries. Fluctuate your voice a lot, make it very interessante, and just add a lot of funny phrases. I personally have a few phrases like dick slapped and hey, it's Z Doctor. Those are two creative phrases that are kind of my catchphrases. It's kind of like my slogan, my motto. It's nice to have one of those slogans or mottos if you're doing your own videos, and it has to be something original, not out of a movie. Don't be that little bitch who copies Hollywood and grab something out of a movie and no good. You want to have interesting subjects on all your videos. The biggest views I have, or the most views I have on a video, are over 200,000 at this juncture. And that's huge numbers. That's actually huge numbers. And how you do that is by doing interesting subjects. For example, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3's release. I put so many videos out there hoping that one was going to get popular enough to actually become as popular as what that one actually turned out to be. And I was throwing out videos, and it's almost a gamble. You never know which video is actually going to make it, big, and which video is going to plummet into the shithole. You never know. But, if you put out enough videos, it's going to work out for you. Things people want to show to friends. I personally don't do this. I don't think commentators can really do this in an interesting way without screaming at your camera the whole time and getting really angry and getting frustrated, because those are obviously the most entertaining. Hey John, look at this idiot freak out about Call of Duty. Like, that's obviously something people are going to want to show their friends. Besides that, I don't really think many people show their friends commentaries. So for commentators, that doesn't really apply as much, even though I threw it in there just If you can somehow implement that in your commentaries, good for you. You want to do short commentaries, like 5 to 7 minutes is the most optimum time range to do that, because it keeps viewers, at your video. Because, I mean, how many times do you watch a video and say, oh, this is boring, click off? That happens a lot, obviously, and that's what viewers do. They're on a fast pace on YouTube. They don't want to sit there all goddamn day waiting for you to, talk about some dumb thing, or waiting for you to eat your Cheetos while you take a 5-minute talking break. No. They just want to, listen to your shit and have it over with soon. Fast, good, high quality, quick and short wins the race. That's how you want to be with the women, too. Quick and short, baby. Yeah. So you want to keep their attention, obviously. Great quality is required. 720p at least. If you can do 1080p, that's great. If you can't get it up to 720, scale it up, make it look good. If you still can't do that, then get off of YouTube. Good gameplay, enjoyable to watch. You need to actually be good at the games you're playing. If you're no good, there's very rare circumstances where this actually works out. El Presador, if you know him, if you've seen him, he's a great commentator, very entertaining, and he is so entertaining that it makes up for his shitty scores and his gameplays that absolutely blow. And he is just one exception to that. I have never seen any other exception. So keep the good gameplay. You have to be good at Call of Duty to really make good commentaries. Videos on a regular basis. You got to be able to pump out the videos, if not daily, every other day. If not every other day, weekly in the beginning. That's how I started off. I did weekly videos, and as I got more popular, I started doing shorter and shorter time in between the videos, and now I almost do them daily, with pretty awesome feat. But I really do enjoy doing these videos. That's why I can actually do them on a daily basis. Earning and not begging subscriptions, likes, and favorites is one of my biggest pet peeves that I'm going to go over right now. You got to earn your subscribers. Make it entertaining, make it enjoyable, so enjoyable that people want to come back and see more of your videos. That's the reason people subscribe. Don't look at it as, oh, I want subscribers for me. Look at it as, how am I going to please the viewers so that they want to see more? If you look at it in the way where I want to make entertaining content rather than I want subscribers, if you look at it in the right way, in the right angle, in the right direction, you will do well. I've always looked at it as, when I started YouTube, I didn't want 5,000 million subscribers. No, I wanted to make entertaining videos that people enjoyed, whether it's 20 people, 50 people, thousands of people. I never set goals in my little bio box on the left-hand side of my channel. I hate channels that do that. It's unprofessional. It looks like ass. When you have goals, 100 subscribers, 150 subscribers, 200 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers. When you have that, you're begging for subscribers. You're saying all you care about is subscribers. You don't care about putting out high quality videos, so you can also screw off, because that's unprofessional and disgusting, and it just shows a lack of professionality within you and your channel. With the favorites and the likes, you can remind them. Obviously, at the end of a video, not everyone's going to remember to like it. They might enjoy the hell out of it, but they're not going to be like, oh, what do I do now? Programmed in my mind to like the video. You can remind them and say, hey, if you enjoy this video, like. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. If you want to favorite, you can favorite. It's those type of things that, will bring those people and say, hey, I actually did want to like this. I did want to favorite. If they don't want to like it and they don't want to favorite, then guess what? They can get off your video because they're not subscribers. They're not someone you want. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about can be controversial at times, but it really isn't, in my opinion. It's called getting out there. You have to get your channel out there. People aren't going to just find you through the search box unless you're lucky with creating, just a one-hit wonder video like I did with the, with my huge video that got over 200,000 views. So you want to do a large subject most of the time. Minecraft is one of the most searched things on YouTube. So if you get into Minecraft videos, which I haven't, you're basically set for success if you can pull out the high quality, the good content, the great commentary, everything else on top of that. You are set, because there's such a large audience and such a big fan base behind Minecraft now that people are looking up that videos about Minecraft all the time. Call of Duty is probably the second biggest searched on YouTube, second most searched on YouTube. I personally do YouTube Call of Duty videos because I love Call of Duty. It's a fun game to play. It's very action-packed. Call of Duty is probably the best video to do when commentating, though. Minecraft can become a little bit boring and a little bit, it's the same thing. You're mining rocks, blah, 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 unless you're showing off some cool thing or whatever. There's obviously exceptions to everything. But Call of Duty is a very action-packed, fast-paced game, and when you're watching that with the commentary, it just works because your eyes are getting pleased, your ears are getting pleased. And talking about ears getting pleased, you have to have a good commentary voice. It just can't be obnoxious. It can't be high-pitched. Wait till you hit puberty for some of you younger guys. That's when you're actually going to take off on YouTube, whatever. Okay, joining a community channel is the next thing I want to discuss. Joining a community channel really does help. If you can get your name out there, whether it's different people or whatever, it just helps greatly. Let's just say you have 300 subscribers. Don't be afraid to go to a community channel that only has 300 subscribers, because you have to realize that community channel, you could almost swap subscribers. You could send your subscribers to that community channel. They could send theirs to you. It's one of those things where it's a trade and a trade. Even though they don't have more subscribers than you, they're all different subscribers. Therefore, you're still getting, broadcasted to 300 brand new, fresh audience that has never heard of you before, and you're getting a fresh chance to get your name out there, etc. Proper titling and tagging of the videos is a necessity on YouTube. If you do not tag them properly or title them properly, they will never be found when someone searches for a video. Now having said this, tagging is not going to save your ass. If you tag words twice, or you just put a shitload of tags that are just random and kind of unrelated, kind of related, then guess what? Your video is going to come at the dead last on the search bar. Most big commentators, and go to those videos, have 3 or 4 short tags. They don't need big tags. They don't need it because they get top of the search bar by the likes and the favorites and all the other stuff. And they're found, because they're so big, obviously. But tags will not make you found. It will actually limit you. You have to have very specific tags to your video. And, for me, I do tags that I've thought of and created, which involve like Call of Duty, Call of COD, it's all the abbreviations, MW2, MW3, MW4, all the different Call of Duties out there that could be related or are related to my channel, to my video, whatever. I don't overtag it. If you overtag it, please get the fuck out, especially the people who put in more info, extra tags, blah, 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 blah. That is pathetic. That will not help you. I don't know why you think that helps you. It doesn't. It's kind of a joke. Okay? Now, on top of that, no spam. Spamming will get you banned from YouTube, and you have to understand this. If you're sending your message, a blast email or whatever to all these YouTubers, or a blast message saying, hey, check out this video, it is so cool, blah, 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 then people are going to look at you and say, hey, YouTube, this guy's a spam, or mark it as spam. Get your whole channel gone. Don't spam. It does not help you. I haven't spammed once in my whole life, and look where I am. I'm, bigger than a lot of people who spam consistently on a regular basis. Spamming provenly doesn't work. It's a gross way to go. It's a slutty way to do it. Do not spam. Anyway, that is my tips and tricks on how to become big on YouTube. I know this video is a little schlong, but I hope you learned a little something, and I hope you guys understand more about the process on becoming big on YouTube. Might have been a little boring, but this is just a helper video. I really just want to get it out there so you guys can understand the the real process behind it. Oh, and on one last note, I have to say this. You got to make it, along with the entertaining I said earlier, you got to make it entertaining underneath the professionalism and all that. It needs to have some sort of speaking over it. I've seen this way too many times where people are like, I'm going to try to get big on YouTube, but all I'm going to post is gameplays or, montages or sniper clips or the best clips I've had this week. If you do that, don't expect any subscribers, because no one's going to subscribe to see you and your personal goals and your personal records. That's a cool thing to say, hey, John, at school, look at this. Or, hey, Joe Blow, check out this awesome sniper clip I had, because they actually care about you. They actually want to see that. No one else wants to see that. No one else cares about you. They just want to be entertained. So keep that in mind. Anyway, thank you for watching. A toodaloo, fellas. Z Doctor is out.